All right, we're in the hallway now. Tell us what we got out here.
Well, we did this summer. We ordered a couple of goal boards, and it's really divided up into 4 spots here on our weekly game board. We have team, and when we have 5 goals underneath each one, team has 5, special team, defense, offense, and then we got goals up there for the kids to look at, and then when we get them, we'll put one of these little magnet helmets on there to show that we accomplished that goal, and then we see where we're not doing a good job, and so we'd love for all those columns to be filled up every Saturday morning, but that's not realistic. But we certainly are trying to get better and better, and we're doing that right now. So we got to keep doing it as we progress weekly.
And so when all of the spots are filled with all the helmets, then what?
You won. I mean, that's a good sign. You did. If you accomplished all those things, you played a really, really good football game. And I'll be surprised if we ever play a game where all of them have a helmet on them. But when you get one, like offense was full the last couple of weeks, and we were better defensively last week, and we were better in special teams. That's really what it's about, is just improving each week. And there's really only one that really matters, and that's the win column. But this certainly translates.
And then what about this one? What do we have over here?
This one's pretty cool. The kids really dig this because they get their picture on the board where guys can walk by and look at it and see what's happened. We give awards each week: offensive lineman, a back or a skill person, a defensive player who made a big play on defense, and then a kicking game player, and then scout. These may be the 2 most fun ones to me. It's a scout team player for offense and a scout team player for defense. And so we reward these guys, these scout team players, for what they do to help our varsity, during that. There's about 20 minutes of offense and 20 minutes of defensive practice each week where we use a scout team that includes our JV players as well. So like last week, our scout team offense was Breck, and he did a great job at throwing it around and getting the plays ran on time in a hurry. And scout team defense was Hayes Pierce. And so you can see sometimes it's JV players, sometimes it's varsity players that we use as well. So there's a good mix there. But this is a big award, something they ought to be proud of. And it certainly turned up the heat in practice time because there's not a lot of loafing going on when scout team's working. Last week, Holt Pierce was offensive lineman, and Cutter was this skill guy offensively that had the best numbers and best performance. Creed led the team in tackles, got a huge interception, hence the reason he and Gossett are the big play defensive co-winners, because Hunter knocked the ball up in the air and Creed dove out and caught it on a pick on the very first possession of the game. Then in the kicking game, this was Kramer is the kicker, so lots of times he's going to get it if he positions the ball correctly. Maybe an unsung heroes, Pearson at snapping, deep snapping, and extra point snaps, or something that maybe the normal fan doesn't pay a whole lot of attention to, but it's either good or bad based on his performance, on an extra point and a punt. And then Ryan won it last week because we put him on extra point block team, and man, he's got 1 speed and it's full speed, and he tried to block every one of them as fast as he could, so he got that award this week. But just for the kids to walk by, whether they're football players or just other athletes, to walk by and see who won awards, and they get to talk about it, and the kids like to be talked about and have their picture on the wall. And
so for people who aren't down here in this hallway with the athletes, where might they find who are the award winners?
Good question. Every week I go on my website, on the school website, on my teacher page, and I post all these award winners. I also post on there what our game plan is, or our game times and sites are for each week. Like this week, if you got on there on Monday, you knew that our freshman game got canceled by Brownfield, because I posted on there and on Twitter as well. But all these guys get their names on the website every week. We tweet some of it out. And I think just doing this right here is really cool for them, because they get to see their name and their picture on a YouTube video.
ISD website, at the top you click athletics. The drop down says Coach Wood's notes.
Correct.
And right there is where you can see all of the award winners each week.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for doing that. Thanks for recognizing our guys.
That's awesome.